500 lightings later, and Evans says he's still trying to make each water fire better than the next. In Providence, Alyssa Azara, ABC6 News.
Well, anybody who's ever been to Waterfire knows they are magnificent. They're beautiful to watch. But the story behind it really is an interesting one. I remember talking to Buddy Cianci one time about it, and he told me about the story. Barnaby coming into his office, and Buddy's like, "You want to put the water on fire? What do you want? It was such a funny story. Of course, I'm not doing it justice the way Buddy told the story, but nonetheless, Barnaby came in with this great idea, and here we are, all these years later, 500 of these lightings, and people still loving it more and more every year.
Yeah, a great idea indeed. In fact, Waterfire Providence translates into tens of millions of economic impact for our area every year. Every lighting is sponsored by a different group in Rhode Island. Over the course of the season, in total, nearly 1 million visitors expected to come to downtown Providence, from food vendors to locally owned shops and artists that set up during the event. These lightings generate over $9 million of tax revenue for the state, and they bring in people from all over the United States and all over Rhode Island.
Providence is a premier location. We're actually having an incredible year, probably one of the best meeting and convention years I've ever seen, and I've been here almost 20 years. And the reason for that is walkability. It's really accessible. You can get here from all over the country very easily. We have a great airport, trains, all of that. But it's also the quality of life. We have great restaurants, but we don't have maybe the high prices or the inconvenience of a bigger city. We have a great art scene.
Waterfire Providence runs until November, and there are 8 full lightings. We have the full list, so you can mark your calendar and make sure you're here. It's on our website for you, abc6.com.
All right, let's talk to the real hero of the day here, Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Banson, who promised us a break in the weather. Jeff, my friend, you were 100% right.
You know, John, I had to call in a couple of favors. I said, can you hold the rain off, and can you also throw in a nice breeze? It is a little windy and very pleasant down here right now, especially when the sun goes behind the clouds, but still plenty of blue sky. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but the cumulus clouds behind me, they are racing by as we've had some nice wind gusts this afternoon. Temperature-wise has also come up as the clouds departed during the afternoon. It was pretty overcast for the morning. We had a couple of rain showers, so for that reason, most temperatures were stuck in the 70s. But now we're even starting to see a few 80s popping up across the area. Block Island even reporting some sunshine, and Chatham as well. Those are the 2 areas that are closest to the rain, which is well offshore at this point. I shouldn't say well offshore. It's only about 40 to 50 miles offshore. There are those winds right now, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour sustained. I think the water might be helping us a little bit here, get some of that wind off the water. As you can see, though, on the SatRad, dry as a bone across our viewing area right now, so come on down if you had any doubts whatsoever. You know, this is mine, as well as Tiffany's first Waterfire. I love that I'll be able to have this indoctrination. I was kind of the same way, as John was saying, for Mr. Cianci. You want to light the water on fire? I was like, what do they pour gas down the river or something? This is just so cool. I can't wait to witness it. It's great to be here with you all. You can see that rain again, just about 40 to 50 miles offshore, staying away as we plan it out here over the next several hours. Look at that. Dry weather icons until we get to, say, about midnight, 1 a.m. Could be some of Mother Nature's alarm clocks, unfortunately. But, hey, a lot of us are staying up late on Friday night anyway, so hopefully that will not impact us. Will not impact us down here right along the Woonasquatucket River for Waterfire, partial Waterfire tonight. Come on down. We'll hopefully see plenty of people here, and we'll be back in a little bit with the full forecast, and we'll talk about the weekend as well, guys.
All right, Jeff, look forward to seeing you in just a bit. I'm joined now by Ed Cabral, the Director of Corporate Sponsorships and Corporate Relations. Ed, thank you so much for joining us here on ABC6 News at 5 o'clock.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You, my friend, have a very important job. Corporate relations, sponsorships, partnerships. I mean, tonight's partner, Horizon Healthcare Partners. Tell me, in your job, do you have to go out and get them? Do they come to you, or a little bit of both? How does that work?
It's a little bit of both. One of the things I always like to remind folks is that Waterfire is a nonprofit organization. We're a small staff of about 25 full-time employees. The rest are volunteers. And so I go approach local, regional, national companies and tell them, hey, Waterfire is an iconic brand, and it's a great, to be associated with us and put this event on, and we offer all kinds of benefits as a sponsor. So it's really
what are some of the benefits? Like if you're trying to pitch me on it and say, oh, I've got a business, I'm thinking about it, Ed, I really want to, why should I?
Well, first of all, like I said, the synergy with the 2 iconic brands too. We offer a lot of marketing and promotion. We have a ton of followers on Facebook, on our social media. We also provide like private receptions for companies that want to be.
Which I'm sure is a lot of fun.
Oh my God, it's
it
so
makes
much
them
fun.
look like heroes.
Exactly. So they can entertain their employees. They can do customers, clients that come in and have a private reception during Waterfire. How magical is that?
Yeah. What's the biggest threat at this point? After all these years, 29 years, I heard Barnaby say, 29 years, he never expected it to go like this, and he's trying to make it better and better. What are the biggest threats to the continuation of this going forward?
I think just for companies, to support, especially local companies here in Rhode Island, to support not only Waterfire as a nonprofit, but other nonprofits. And, sometimes when we see extreme weather conditions, and so, thinking about in the future what, climate change might happen here in Rhode Island and how that would impact, what this installation that we put on all the time.
Right. That's one thing I didn't even think about. And we stole one tonight, I feel like, because with that forecast, be honest with me, had your fingers crossed and you're thinking, there's no way this is going to come together.
We were talking with the sponsor yesterday, and we said it's a rain or shine event. Yeah. We always make it work.
We want the shine, not the rain.
Right.
But we're going either way.
Jeff really helped us out today.
He really did. He came through.
Put on all those stops for us, so we're really appreciative. Because, when it's a nice night like this, people turn out and come out and just celebrate and just be part of the
You have to come
community.
out. It's a Friday night, it's the end of the work week. Come out and enjoy yourself. Ed, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And really, as I can speak to the weather right now, and Tiff mentioned it off the top, and she joins me now very casually. Oh, you pulled your hair back. Nice.
It's too windy.
No, it was a little too windy.
It's a nice breeze, though, so it cools you off.
A very nice breeze. I'm not sure which direction it's coming out of. Jeff, which direction is the breeze coming out of? South, so that's usually a nice breeze. So it does feel really nice right now.
Yeah, Waterfire shows, like we were talking about, they attract tens of thousands of folks, not only from Rhode Island and our area, but from all over the United States. But folks are concerned about security when they come to downtown Providence. So Caitlin Gilhouse took a closer look at that.
Waterfire shows are one of Providence's proudest public art displays. Security always a major priority for public events in the city. Waterfire Providence preparing for large crowds by utilizing police and security.
We've been handling fire that long, and we've had no incidences in fire. We work very closely with Fire Marshal, and we work very closely with all the public safety officials, including the police department, to make sure we produce a safe event for everybody.
The committee expecting up to 75,000 people at their large Waterfire shows.
There's no entrances and exits you would have in a typical stadium or a theater or something like that. So people expect to have free-flowing access to a facility or an event like Waterfire.
The police also assisting with traffic flow as streets get busy and some even shut down.
Work with the public safety officers to make sure there's an officer in command from the police department. That's our point person on the event, and there's a number of police that are walking throughout the event over the course of the evening, and then at the probably the most challenging thing is the crossings at at traffic lights.
Mello adding the committee holds high expectations to put on the show no matter the weather.
Waterfire is a rain or shine event, and part of the big part of that is people travel from all over the world to come to experience Waterfire. So if they're investing in an air flight here and then a hotel stay, we feel an obligation to actually put on Waterfire.
And on your screen right now, a list of the remaining Waterfire dates in July, August, September, and November. Those are all for you on our website, abc6.com.
ABC6 News will be right back after the break with the news of the day with Alyssa. You're watching ABC6, Southern New England's trusted news source.